Hello all, greetings from Healing Mind, Healing with Care. This is our fourth video of the Mental Health Month, and the topic for this video is communication in relationships. We often meet our partner on social media or via mutual friends or arranged marriage setup. When we meet them, we are attracted towards them and we start communication. That's how the communication starts increasing. Chats turn into calls and that continues each day, every day. Then we start talking about each other's likes, dislikes and other general stuff that we love or we don't love about each other. And then we start liking the person even more and feelings start to develop. And once that feelings start to develop, we again start a lot of communication between each other. More phone calls, more texts, etc., etc. that just go on. And while these feelings develop and become more stronger, we fall in love with that person. Because on the basis of such communication, maybe likes, dislikes and other general stuff we like about that person. And then what happens? Yes, then the relationship or the proposal starts. After that, there is a time when two people are very happy in a relationship because they love being with each other, they like each other's company. But after some time, everything goes downfall, right? Why do you think that is so? That is because we do not effectively communicate with each other. We do tell what we like, what we don't like, but what we fail to tell is how we feel about it, how we feel about a particular situation, how do we want to be treated by our partner in one particular situation, and that's where all the differences start. So I'll give you certain tips that can help you to improve the communication between you both. Don't communicate using your own interpretation. Just observe, just say what you observe and feel. So what happens is generally when something happens, we often interpret situations, we often interpret things, and then we say what we interpret from that particular situation. Say for example, your partner has turned out late for a date, and then you feel that your partner does not love you. What do you communicate? You don't love me. Instead, communicating that I do not feel loved when you don't come on time for our date, that makes a little bit more sense and gives a balance in your communication. And also the partner can understand that okay, doing these kinds of things may make you feel annoyed or may make you feel unloved. The next thing is, know how you feel and communicate them clearly with your partner as to how you're feeling. Many times things happen that we only don't know what we feel about one particular situation or about what our partner has done, right? And then we are not able to clearly communicate with our partner. So what happens next? Confusion and further differences between two. So know your feelings, know what you are feeling, know how you are feeling, and then you will be able to effectively communicate how do you exactly feel with your partner, and which will help both of you to further then discuss what should be done next. The next thing is, explain your needs clearly to the partner. It gives them a clear picture of what you need and whether they are ready to meet those needs. Now say for example, if you don't know what you need, or if you are not clearly able to express what do you need, then your partner will be very much confused as to what does my partner need, how do I go further in managing the need of my partner, and then it creates a lot of confusion. But once you know what you need, then it is very easy for the partner to know what you need and then give you what you need, or take a decision as to whether how this can be managed if he or she is not able to do so. Many a times we want or need certain things, we can request those needs to the partner without making it like a statement. So sometimes we want to communicate in a certain way. Sometimes we want to have a simple time spending in a certain way with our partner, or anything that we need. And when we actually put those points across our partner, we tell them, I want this, I don't know how you do, right? And that further creates diff. So instead of that, maybe you can say that I need XYZ. Let's see how we both can work towards it. It will really help. Know your partner's style of communication, whether they like more gifts, whether they love more of your words or they love spending time with you, just you, without the devices, or they like to do things with you, and you both can do things that make each other feel better in a relationship. Many a times, one partner is often used to something and the other partner is often used to another thing in a relationship. So what happens is, when one partner is not doing certain things in a certain way, then the another partner does not feel good about it. So say for example, if I am a person who values words and my partner would value more of actions, maybe gifting or something like that, and if I just praise my partner or say supporting words to him, maybe my partner wouldn't feel loved, maybe my partner wouldn't feel that I am communicating with my partner well. So know each other's needs, and it is a very simple process. You can just observe to how and what your partner reacts to very well and feels nice. Then make sure that each other's needs as well as your needs are met in a relationship. We are different people having different needs, and we need our partner to meet those needs too. When you know clearly about your needs, you will be able to let your partner know what you need from him or her. That is just a supporting point to the next statement. Then use I statements. For example, I need or I feel. So when you communicate with the partner, you have to talk I statements so that your partner understands, okay, you need this, you are feeling this, you are experiencing such kind of a thing. That makes easy bit for your partner to manage, because then your partner will understand what you are feeling and how you're feeling exactly. Talk about what is happening and how it affects you. Now there are many situations in our life that we go across, and then we feel certain things about certain situations. Maybe our partner wouldn't be able to understand those situations. There can be many reasons to this. One thing may be that we experience the same thing in a different way and our partner experiences the same thing in a different way, or probably our partner hasn't been in that kind of a situation, right? So when you explain or talk in detail with your partner about what is happening and how is it affecting you, it makes easy for your partner to understand what is going on, and then your partner can help you. Listen to your partner and understand them, not to respond to them. Many a times what happens is that we listen because we want to respond. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it happens to everybody. But when you listen to understand your partner, things will change to a greater extent. Because then you will start understanding what your partner wants to say, and then you can definitely respond in a better manner when you need to. Sit together, putting every distraction aside, including mobile phones, televisions and laptops. Now during lockdown, it has been a general routine for everybody to work on laptop or use mobiles, or just sit on TV and chill watching something together. But try to spend time with your partner, not including any of these things, and just talking with each other about anything that you all wish to talk. That is a great way to spend time with each other and also sometimes understand each other. Remember that it is not always you who is right, or it is not always that your partner is right. There can be differences in relationships. When such problems arises, what actually couples do is they take the problem onto themselves. But what they forget is it's they two collectively versus the problem, and not problem versus they both individually. So whenever you have a problem, try to fight the problem together. When there is a fight, don't jump to conclusions. Like, sometimes what happens is you both fight and then one person thinks the other one thing and the other person thinks another thing. So don't jump to certain conclusions. And also try to stay calm during the fight. And discuss what actually happened. Avoid judgment. So when you don't judge a person, when you discuss everything, what happened, how it happened, being very calm, then it helps you to resolve the fight rather than increase the fight. So these are some things that you can keep in mind when it comes to improving the communication in relationships. However, if you are facing any relationship issue, do get in touch with me. Also, this video is available on Facebook and YouTube as well, and this will also be released on my blog and podcast. Please show some love and like this video and share the video, and also follow my pages on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much.